Planet of the Apes Review, 1968. Streaming service, Hulu, no ads. About a U.S. spaceship lands on a desolate planet, stranding the spacemen in a world dominated by apes 2,000 years into the future. Based on Pierre Boulle's novel. Starring Charlton Heston, Roddy McDowall, Kim Hunter, Maurice Evans, and directed by Franklin J. Schaffner. This movie is about an hour and 53 minutes. It's a science fiction and it's considered a classic. The review. For the first 6 minutes and 52 seconds, I am so proud to see how far we have come in production. I recently saw The Fall Guy. I will do a review on that soon. Anyway, they had a beautiful scene that was executed with vibrant colors, good fight choreography, and seamless camera work. But back to the Planet Apes. For the era, it was amazing. If you saw this movie in the theaters when you were younger, let me know. Did it blow you away at the premiere? I immediately noticed things about the actors. Don't they kind of look like apes? Maybe it was the facial hair. They did a great job on the human casting, I must add. When the men landed on the unknown planet and they landed in some trouble right away. They had to hurry and get out of the ship before they were fish food. The men escaped and find their way to the land with their limited supplies. The crazy thing is they were eerily calm. Like I found that a little strange. Landing on a known planet with barely anything, they just kept going. I'm pretty sure astronauts get trained like this all the time, but they should have been a little rattled, in my opinion. They find themselves in a bit more trouble as they explore this unknown territory. They started stumbling down the side of the cliff, and I thought that score here was a little cartoony. Did you think it was a bit much? It made me laugh. I know this franchise has an animation, so I'm excited to review it next. The first movie gives me high hopes for the rest of the franchise. Also, the men's names are Taylor, Landon, Dodge, and didn't make it Arby. Here are some of my favorite lines from the men. You thought life on Earth was meaningless. You despise people, Landon. There has to be something in the universe better than man, Taylor. Back to the movie. The men find themselves in major trouble this time. They find a tribe of humans. They took their stuff while they were trying to cool off from the blistering sun. They hunt them down and try to salvage what they can. They made some clothes out of their ripped stuff. They notice they aren't the brightest humans, but they know when to run. The men follow suit. All the humans are hunted down. Dodge does not make it. Of course, the black one goes first. So the apes round up some of them and take a photo in front of their kills. I am a vegan, of course. I see this all through a vegan lens. But before I got to the best line in the movie, the apes are honestly, before I get to the best line in the movie, the apes are honestly hypocrites. You will see why. Here are some of my favorite lines from the apes. The apes belittle men, humans see, human do. They did like a little role reversal. Man is a nuisance. The sooner he is exterminated, the better. Don't you believe your own eyes? Cornelius was not having it. The female apes was like, don't you see the man is smart? Cornelius was like, nah, he's stupid. He's still stupid, even if he's smart. This movie had me rolling. So speeding through the story, Taylor is trying to escape while running away, and the ape citizens have this reaction. They reacted to Taylor as he was disgusting a mongrel, a nightmare, and he should be destroyed. So they capture poor Taylor, and he has a hearing. This is how the hearing went. First off, they ripped off our boy's rags because he was so stank. The way they demeaned him is exactly what we do to other animals today. I do not know much about Pierre, but he observed man very well. This is prevalent in our world today. We not only belittle each other, but every non-human species on the planet is treated like this daily, with a few exceptions like cute animals, cats, dogs, and etc. Back to the trial. They wouldn't let him speak or defend himself since he is not an ape. No rights under ape law, and what we say in this day, no rights under human law. Gave ape a soul and a mind, made him the law of the land. We say God gave man dominion. Doesn't that kind of sound demonic when you think about dominion? And I don't believe God gave man dominion. Humans gave that to themselves. We just have a big ego. Always remain humble, people. Anyway, I made the comparison to us to show how they are a carbon copy of man. I guess the author is trying to paint the picture. No matter who is on top, they will treat every other species beneath them like filth. I disagree with that. That is not what I would teach my species. I do not understand why someone always has to suffer for another's group to get ahead, like with Hitler and the Jews, rights with blacks in the states during race wars. I guess intelligent beings don't know how to be diplomatic. Maybe that is the message. Anyway, they were not having it in the courtroom. You may call it upside down since you are occupying the lowest level, Dr. Zayas. What are you afraid of, Doctor? Taylor screams. This little interaction was fascinating. I still think that our world is upside down without occupying the bottom. Side note, Taylor gets the finest Neanderthal called Nova. Like the apes are not treating this man too badly. He was going to have to mate with her before they had to leave, but they went easy on him. Honestly, the conditions our slaughterhouses and how we keep animals are like night and day. Even in a world where humans aren't on top, they still are treated better than how we treat our prisoners. I call the animals prisoners because they technically broke no laws but be born not human. And Taylor didn't break any law but technically not be born ape. I figured out what Dr. Zayas was afraid of. He was afraid of Taylor's kind will topple his kind and they would end up at the bottom. It always boils down to a power struggle. We both cannot be on top. They believe man was a born killer and they thought they were inferior. It's like the apes took a page from the human playbook, the pot calling the kettle black. The apes aren't treating the humans any better. Near the end, this was my favorite line from the movie. It was from their scrolls. Beware the beast man, for he is the devil's pawn. Alone among God's primates, he kills for sport, lust, or greed. Yea, he will murder his brother to possess his brother's land. Let him not breed in great numbers, for he will make a desert of his home and yours. Shun him, drive him into his jungle lair, for he is the harbinger of death. Taylor's face said it all. That may be true, but I still want to leave this place with my life. He is aware that man sucks. That's why Landon said what he said earlier in the movie. Taylor himself wanted to escape from man. Then in the final scene, Taylor sees the Statue of Liberty. He was on Earth the whole time. Wow. So do you think this could happen to us? Do you believe man will get more destructive and a new species will rise up? In the comments, let's do a thought experiment. In 2,000 years, if man falls, who will take our place? Put research into your answers. I hope it's turtles. They are so cute. Okay, that was my review. I pretty much gave you the whole movie in my favorite parts. I loved it, a 10 out of 10. I hope you all watch it and let me know what you think. Also, think about how we treat other species because the majority of the planet eats other animals. Do you think humans will reap what they sow later down the line? 5 stars. All right, everyone, take care.